What is going on right now in the UK? I know that UK is where everybody wants to migrate to, and it's a lovely place. I've been in this country by God's grace for the past 13 years of my life, and there is nothing really bad I can say about the country, to be honest. Now, a lot of migrants, especially the ones from the African background or African communities, they've moved to the UK. Some of them, their families have come to carry their corpse. Some of them have been buried in the UK because there is no funds to send back their corpse. This is why I'm sharing this video, so that you can also adjust. It's very important that you adjust. If you have paid your IHS, you don't pay anything. You only pay for your prescription. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Fajira. If you're joining me for the very first time, I'm so happy to have you all in our beautiful family. For my returning subscribers, thank you for always coming back to watch my videos. I really do appreciate. God bless you. If you're new to this channel, I create contents on how you can migrate to the UK, jobs and visa sponsorship in the UK immigration updates, live in the UK, scholarships in the UK, like everything you can think about the UK. So if you're someone who is interested in such content, do hit on that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, so each time I upload a new video, you're definitely going to be the very first person to see that video. If you are planning to migrate to the UK, please watch and share this video with your friends and loved ones. A lot of people have died. If you have been following the news, you will see that some carers that came in a few months ago, they are dead. There was even an incident of a pregnant woman in Scotland. She's in Nigeria. Because of so many shifts, she died even before the baby was born, and the baby eventually died as well. So if you're picking up shifts, you have to be very mindful. I can really relate that, because when it comes to UK, we have families in Africa that really do not understand how bills are paid in the UK. Some people think that once you migrate to the UK, there is money everywhere, and you too, with your mindset, knowing where you're coming from, you want to make sure that you're able to meet up the responsibilities back home. Through black tax, you want to kill yourself. Now, a lot of my viewers that I've had consultations with, they borrowed money to move to the UK. Once they get to the UK, to make sure that they pay all the debt in few months, killing themselves with shifts, picking up shifts 12 to 12, 24 hours you're on the road. You're not able to eat any good food. If you want to kill yourself, picking up more shifts than you can withstand, if anything happens to you, the company will recruit the next year, and there are 1,001 people who are ready to work with the company. So, which is why I have to bring this to you, that you have to minimize how you take shifts. Recently, even in the city where I live, a guy died, and from what we gathered, he came as a carer. Today, he's doing normal 4 hours with the company that brought him as a carer, and also taking other additional shifts with the organization, and at the same time working in another organization. So this guy has been going back and forward with shifts. At the end of the day, he passed on. His father had to come to the UK to pick up his corpse. So please, we know that a lot of investment has gone in terms of you trying to move to the UK, but in as much as you have taken money from people, maybe you have borrowed from the bank, I would suggest that you always tell them to give you more time, because you don't just get to the UK and start making it. It takes time. Thanks be to God for some people that just got to the UK and it didn't take them so much time. They were able to start, saving, start spending, start doing everything. UK is a good humbler. So even if you were living in a mansion in your country, even if you had so much money before moving to the UK, once you move to the UK, you start afresh. Is it the bills? Is it the accommodation? Is it the council tax? Is it the food you're eating, the transportation? Let's say maybe you have your driving license and you go get a car. Is it the insurance? So please, guys, I'm calling on it, especially the Africans in the UK. It is good that you take shift, but when you take a shift that will kill you, then you relocating is not worth it. That's what I need to bring to your notice is about NHS. Once you find out that you're ill, make sure you call the GP. Because I've seen some messages in my comment section. I've seen some messages also in my inbox. Say, oh, Fajira, I'm not eligible for NHS. Especially those that came as care workers because they didn't pay for IHS. Guys, I need to remind you that the IHS was waived by the UK government for care workers, for health and care workers. So if you're moving to the UK on that category of visa, it was waived. It's not that because you didn't pay for IHS, then you are not eligible to use the NHS facility, or you're not eligible to call doctors. Some people have said, oh, they said they will ask me to pay, that they heard from bloggers that if you use the hospital, if you use the GP, you will have to pay huge amounts. It is not true. Once you notice that you're not feeling really strong, the first thing you need to do is to call your GP, because you have already migrated to the UK, and the UK government have said for care workers, you don't have to pay for IHS. Now you're entitled to use NHS. So anybody that is telling you that, oh, don't use the NHS, you will pay, you will do this, it is not true. And this is not only for care workers. The only people that pays for NHS are visitors and maybe other categories of visas that does not require them to pay for IHS. But I know almost 95% of UK visas, if you're coming to stay for a longer time, you will be asked to pay for IHS. So even if you're a student in the UK, some students have come to me to say, and I was sick and I was scared of going to the doctor because I was told that I will have to pay for my bills, and the bills are very expensive, guys. If you have paid your IHS, you don't pay anything. You only pay for your prescription. And you're a pregnant woman in the UK, you don't pay for prescription. Your prescription is free. So don't let anybody deceive you that, oh, because you're sick, you can't use the surgery, you have to pay for your dentist appointment. You don't pay. Because you're pregnant or on a maternity leave, you don't pay for it until that certificate has expired. So all you need to do is just to apply or speak to your midwife. They will tell you what to do. But this video is to call out all the migrants, especially those from the African community, that are taking shifts that they cannot manage physically. We already know how the stress in the UK is. Taking more shifts that, oh, I know sometimes we want to convert the money. I actually did the same when I first came. When I go to Primark and I go to other shops to buy something, before I pay for that thing, I will have to convert it to my normal Naira to find out how much it is. If I'm working, I want to get more shift to make more money. But guys, remember, the more you work, the more tax you're paying. In as much as you're paying more tax, you will still be stressed out. So please, this whole stuff is becoming too much, which is why I thought I should share this video. The last few months, I've got an update of about 4 to 5 people that migrated to the UK as care workers, as nurses, that have passed on. And all of them are from the African community. And this is really painful, because I understand that once you get here, expectations of your family members is high, knowing that they've got somebody abroad. But guys, you cannot satisfy everybody. So when picking your shift moving forward, pick shifts that you know you can manage physically, emotionally, mentally, because we want to take all the shifts because our mind has calculated what the equivalent is in our currency. And at the end of the day, you take up shifts you cannot manage. And I'll tell you something, when you're going to these offices to work, when you take up more shifts, oh, they love you. They show you love. They call you the best staff. But don't let that get into your head to think that you're actually the best staff or the best employee in the organization. Because, like I said, if anything happens to you, they move on with the next person. Nobody really cares. All they care is about you coming to work and making sure that the service users are okay. Once you leave that environment and that is all, they have forgotten everything about you. I've lived in this country for at least 13 years of my life, and I can really tell you exactly my experiences. So when you go to your workplace, oh, I'm picking more shift, I want to be the best employee, and guys, it's just for that moment. If you go home and they hear that something has happened to you, oh, they will send your family or whatever flowers, and that is it. Your own case is gone. So please, you have families back home that are looking up to you, even your family members back home. It is time for you to let them know that things are not as easy as they think. It's time for you to let them know and tell them that whatever you're doing for them, you're doing it out of sacrifice. They should learn to manage. For the fact that one person migrated does not mean that you have to carry the whole family burden. Your mental health is very important. Your own self is very important. You have to prioritize yourself and make sure you're looking after yourself. These shifts will still be there. Even if you stop working today, there is another person out there who is ready to take up that shift. And guess what? You have lost out because you have killed yourself for something that other people will still do and be alive. So please, this is just a reminder. You have to take it on board. Pick up the shifts you know you can manage, the ones that you know that you'll be all right at the end of the day. And don't forget to use NHS. It's there for you. Make sure you're using it. Don't let anybody tell you can't use it. Make sure you're using it. Use it first and be alive, and let the bill come. At least you'll be alive to pay the bills, if any bills will come. I also saw a video of someone was talking about if you give birth now in the UK, provided you don't have your indefinite leave to remain or you don't have your permanent residency, you will pay for that. Whether you're using the hospital for sickness or for maternity, for birth or delivery, you don't pay anything. Like I said, most of the things you pay for is the prescription. So just be vigilant. And guys, we've actually come to the end of today's video, and I hope you find this video helpful. And if you do find this video helpful, please do like and share with your friends and loved ones. If you're yet to subscribe to join our beautiful family, please do hit on that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, so each time I upload a new video, you're definitely going to be the very first person to see that video. Until I see you in my next video, guys, do take care and have a lovely day. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye for now.